Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network. Today is September 12, 2025, and this is a weekly edition for our analysis. This week, market closed new all-time high. So this is weekly chart for S&P 500, and for the first time since I would say 2018, this channel has been broke out to the upside by weekly perspective or weekly basis. So you see that in 2021. Market tries to kind of like getting above this trend line here to the upper part of this channel, but it was not successful. Obviously, it ended up to 2022 bear market, which was kind of like 8 months, 9 months bear market. And then after that, market tried to reach out this November 2024 and tried to mimicking around here, but couldn't get above this, getting back down very sharply to the lower part of this channel, and that was kind of like the buying signal, and that was very strong buy. So we bought lots of stocks actually in this drop and then next week drop. So in 2 weeks, in the last 2 weeks, we bought a lot. Actually, we bought this drop. And right now, we see that this is a pretty nice V-shaped recovery. I was expecting, and still I'm expecting a correction, but this candle today, or I should say this week, was kind of like a game changer. Potentially, we're going to see some kind of like there are two scenarios and two paradoxical scenario. And to be honest, I have no idea exactly which one is going to form out. But I would say based on my cycles, everything, I'm just inclining to a corrective move, then getting back to the upside, which is going to be healthy. Otherwise, the first scenario or I would say the bullish scenario is forming. Usually when this happens, market doesn't go a deep correction. Market just going up, coming back down, test this channel, a very parabolic move to the upside, and that would be a blue off top for the market. As I expect, 2026 to 2030 or 29 would be a secular bear market, and US market can correct itself 35% to 60%, which usually history happens like that. But the timing is very important, because if we get a correction, so this is a first scenario. The second scenario I was looking for, and still I'm hoping this is, we're going to get downside to this area, 5 to 10% correction to 6,000, even 5,900 to this institutional level, and then getting back to the upside for a 2026, almost, I would say, February, March, and or maybe April, May, we see the top of the market for 2026. So that would be scenario number two, and that would be very healthy one. So we will see how September and October close, but I would say market right now, it is on fire, and there are lots of divergence in different names. Today, S&P 500 on a daily basis just got flat, but Tesla and Nasdaq just to push the market higher. So that's why weekly candle for S&P actually closed positive as well. So this is pretty nice scenario, 65.84. And if we go to, let me go to daily chart. I'm going to show you pretty neat and interesting things. So this is a daily chart. And if you remember, we were talking about this line here. So this line is not today. If you just watch my video for last 2 weeks, I would say last month, I draw this line here, 65.92, and I said there is going to be a potential if market is to spike up to the upside, 65.92 is going to hit. And we will see some kind of like a bumpy road after that. So right now, we are there, and yesterday market exactly hit 65.92, came back down. Today we got a bear signal here, so bear bar, and the market just going all the way up to new all-time high, then getting back down and closed the day flat compared to yesterday. If this is the sign for a corrective move to here, 5 to 10% correction, we will take it. The first stop obviously is going to be here, but if we get below 63.44, that would be elevator down all the way to 6,000 or even 5,900, which is going to be, again, amazing buying opportunity if you ask me, for trade especially, because still looking for 68, 6,900 to 7,000 for an early next year or end of this year. So it depends on the timing. Market is very, very volatile these days. So I would say, again, this is my analysis for S&P 500. I'm bullish for the next 6 months. With that would be great if market goes down 10% correction. That would be a fantastic buy. It gives us better risk to reward pattern for a better entry to get back to the upside for a next move. But I would say the next top here or even lower higher, I don't know exactly. So I'm gonna just work on that, would be the multi-decade top, potentially this decade top. And I'm gonna just give the forecast like 2025 for, if you haven't watched my video on 2025 forecast, make sure watch that. I'm gonna put link up there, and you see that at the last screens, I show you there are two cycles, and two cycles actually just played out very well. It gave you the glimpse of the market. If you haven't watched that, make sure watch that one, and you're not gonna miss this year, which is gonna be December. All right. Moving on to Nasdaq weekly chart, we got inside bar out and actually outside, and a new all-time high, 24,150 touched, and then getting back just a little bit downside, just later hours. But I would say close week, close day, and that was very, very positive for the market overall. We got into this kind of like a scary area for, not as scary, kind of like the consolidation for our side. We are not there still into overbought condition. If we get to overbought condition, the acceleration is going to go steeper and steeper. But at the same time, we see that the MACD kind of like a sloping down, and this is very, very interesting. So we are seeing a divergence here in MACD, while the stock market, I mean, like a price chart is going higher. So we will see how it goes with that. But ultimately, I'm looking for Nasdaq for the top here, 26 to 2700, 1,000, which is not going to be next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It could be, but I'm just looking at this early 2026, or I should say first half of 2026 for a multi-decade top. Moving on to daily chart, we got a nice bull flag here, and then getting back to the upside and going all the way up to new all-time high, 24,000 close. We still keep an eye on this trend line, because if it goes below this, and ideally if it goes below 22,900, then it can go all the way down to 20,000, 21,000. So we will see how it goes. Still looking for that entry as a great buying opportunity. Moving on to Dow, which closed week positive, new closing all-time high for weekly chart, and also this is a nice bullish consolidation. However, the daily chart tells us that the correction is underway, just because we barely touched new all-time high, came back down today. So the all green actually bar for this week was for yesterday, which Dow just interestingly just going all the way up. United Health was a big contributor to yesterday pop, and heavy value names had a nice move to the upside. If we get below this 45,000, then it's going to be scary, because it can go all the way down to 43,000. Just keep an eye on that one. Still looking for Dow to outperform the rest of the market when market is getting back to the bear momentum. So Dow could be kind of like a less than 10%, while Nasdaq could be very fragile, especially for a corrective move. Moving on to gold. Gold just forming a pretty nice bullish consolidation here. So this is the area that I was looking for as like a profit taking. Right now, gold is forming a pretty nice bullish consolidation. So that is bullish, but usually at new all-time high, when we see bullish consolidation, that would be kind of like a scary, because if it fails, it's going to go all the way down. And I would say even if it fails, it's going to go all the way down to here to 3,400, even 3,300. That would be great buying opportunity, because still I'm looking for 4,000 gold, 4,200. And that would be the scenario potentially for next year. But this correction could give us a multi-month, I would say multi-weeks correction. So just bear with me. I'm not sure if this is the top, because silver is just getting to the higher high and higher low. So this means silver still has a momentum. When silver is getting into the play, this means that the rally in precious metals are getting to the end. But right now, silver is the most important player right now. So you see that the consolidation breaking through. So silver is outperforming gold. $42 hit as my perspective. So my target for year end was 42 to 44. We are at 42, so we meet our target, and we may go another kind of like an upside move to $44. I'm not surprised if silver goes all the way up to this weekly high, which is going to be $50. So that happens in 2011, and after that, since then, silver never get back to $50. But April 2011 was a new all-time high for silver, and right now we are just getting back up to that level. So $44 is going to be very, very important. If we get above 44, I would say silver can even go to new all-time high above 50. So keep an eye on that one. But any correction for silver and precious metals, even silver to $36, that would be great buying entry. Still looking for more upsides in precious metals down the road. Moving on to crude. Crude is just forming a bullish harami here, going all the way up to test this high and then getting back to the downside, still forming a W pattern. If crude wants to give us some bullish momentum, so we need to take out this 65. 65, 66 is very, very important. If we take this one, we're going to take this trend line at the same time. So it's going to be very interesting because that's going to be a huge momentum for crude going all the way up to $80, which I think it's going to happen potentially this month or next. The momentum is starting, not $80, but the momentum can pick up nicely within the next few weeks because I believe that geopolitical tensions, armed conflict is going to happen pretty soon. Again, the war cycles is coming back, especially October is going to be a huge war cycle. So hopefully nothing happened, but based on my cycles, actually October is going to be a very huge one. So we will see how it goes. All right, folks, just to keep this video short, and I'm going to cover individual names in the next video. Make sure watch the next video because I'm going to go through all the different stocks, especially big techy ones, semiconductors, bank, gold miners, and we're going to cover all of that. Have a great evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.